What's going on, everybody? My name is Tuck. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to episode 4 of the Torching Time podcast. I am joined by my friend TJ as always, and we may be joined by my friend from last week, Zoe, as well. But in the meantime, it's just going to be us two rocking and rolling. If you guys are on the audio platforms, this is also on YouTube. I'd appreciate checking that out. If you guys are on YouTube, the audio platforms are linked in the description for the audio listeners. Every audio platform except Apple Podcasts, and I had to stop uploading to SoundCloud because I am not paying for more storage. So, why the Tuck on all social medias? TJ is at TJ's Rice on all social medias. And let's start off by picking up where we left off at the end of last week with our updates on how the last 2 weeks have been. I'll let you go first because I have some bones to pick.
Oh shit, I'm scared. I mean, it hasn't been bad. I guess GB wise, I feel like we've been playing well.
Dude, after our one match got resolved, our disputed match got resolved, our rank, we were fucking literally 1-3-3-7. We were elite.
Damn.
We can't ever win another match, bro.
I mean, right now I'm looking at it, we're 1-3-4-6. So, but
no, we went down.
Yeah, we went down.
I mean, we haven't played, understandable, but anything else going on? Did you guys get a shit ton of snow in Missouri?
We got a little bit, but nothing too major. I mean, I think we got like maybe 3 inches.
Can't fucking relate, bro. Literally woke up Saturday morning, when I looked out my window, saw there was a foot of snow, immediately went back to bed.
You act like you go outside anyways.
I don't go outside, but snow, I've said this to many people, and most of the people I say to agree with me, because if you don't live where there's snow a decent amount of the year, you don't understand how annoying the fucking shit is. Snow is one of my least favorite things on this planet.
I mean, we get it probably 3 months out of the year, roughly, something like that. Off and on.
Depending
like,
on
now, there's no snow.
Depending on how Mother Nature feels between the months of October and April, we'll get snow periodically.
See, we usually don't start getting snow till late December, which is super fucking weird.
I don't remember what year it was. It was either my senior year or the year right after I graduated, because I was still going to high school sporting events. There was my friends that were still in high school were playing soccer, and it was on Halloween night. The game was on Halloween night, and it was a blizzard on Halloween night here.
And that's fucking spooky.
It is spooky. It's terrifying. I hate snow so fucking much, dude.
I don't know. I don't mind it as long as it's not like a metric fuck ton.
Oh yeah, it was a foot. Legitimately, it was a foot of snow.
I enjoy driving in it, oddly enough. But that's also because I have a death wish, I guess.
I hate it. I hate cold weather, bro. I love being cold. I hate cold weather.
I don't like cold weather either, but I don't mind being cold. Like, I mean, I work in a freezer.
Yeah, you're just built for that. But let's get in. First of all, okay. So I have 2 bones to pick that we're going to start off with the podcast. We're going to move on to the normal programmed schedule. Normally scheduled program is what I meant to say. First of all, you fucking losers on TikTok that are debating with me that the one-way smoke glitches aren't a broken thing and I should just adapt to them, you idiots can fuck off. You morons do not play people that shoot back. You guys do not understand how annoying it is and how broken it is. And also, you fucking morons telling me to get better with a sniper, suck my cock. I will gun you any day of the week. Now that that's out of the way. Campbell, CB Prodigy, my baby boy. I don't know if you saw this, Tej, because you don't pay a lot of attention to YouTube. Campbell, our old friend Campbell, not a friend anymore. He uploaded a video called "Addressing My Haters," and guess what? It was a 4-minute video all about your boy.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to go watch that.
It was a 4-minute video all about me, and in the video he said the hard R 3 times. He said Tucker 3 times. He left it off. So, Campbell, I'm going to call you out publicly on my podcast. I'm coming for you, bud. You're not going to be ready for what I have. You're not going to be ready. This is a declaration of war, my man.
Oh, fuck.
You are...
Does that mean I need to call out the dab?
The dab? No, Dabs is on my side. This is the issue with him. Campbell, Peanut Brain Campbell. He called out 3 different people. He called out Crow Visual, Dr. Dabs, and then myself. Dabs doesn't do YouTube. So, Dabs, that was an easy target for Campbell. Crow responded on TikTok. That doesn't count. Me, I do YouTube. My PC is telling me there's no viruses. Thank you, Windows. I needed that right now. And then there's me. I do YouTube. I've uploaded every day. In the last 70 days, I've uploaded 93 videos. Campbell, I'm fucking coming for you, bud. You're not ready. You're gonna be just another daily upload for me.
Oof.
Now that that's out of the way. Now, before we actually get past that...
Hold on, I want to throw something out there.
Go ahead.
People watching on YouTube, ignore all this junk behind me. I'm renovating my bathroom, so I don't have anywhere to put all this extra shit. So I'm not a slob. I just don't have anywhere else to put the shit.
Right, for the YouTube viewers only, for the audio listeners, I don't know what's behind them either.
I have a mirror behind me and a mountain of blankets on my table, or on my child's table. It looks like there's just shit everywhere.
All right, and then one last thing on my behalf before we move on. Campbell is my friend. This is all banter. The people on TikTok and Instagram, you guys can suck a cock. Moving into the CDL kickoff, we're going to start off with the matches. We're going to talk about the matches we got right, and unfortunately, we didn't get them all correct because apparently FaZe in Florida didn't feel... No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Florida won. Seattle and Atlanta didn't feel like winning, so...
Yeah, pretty much.
We're going to start off with the matches that we got right. We got Dallas over New York 3-0. That one was kind of a no-brainer. New York made a pretty significant roster change like a day before. Losing Zuma. I mean, none of the teams on this list could survive losing Zuma. No offense to fucking Mac, Asim, and DiamondCon. None of you are Zuma.
I kind of wish he would have tried playing the kickoff to see like how it went, but I guess I mean he's been scrimming, so I guess he already knows.
I'm not sure, but Dallas 3-0 over New York. The highlights from that match were New York got 1v3 three times in the S&D. So that's a highlight I guess they're going to probably want to forget. Clayster called it a scrim on Twitter and got in a lot of trouble.
Wait, really? I knew he called it a scrim. I didn't realize he got into a lot of trouble.
Well, I mean, the community overreacts to everything. They were like, oh, we're just making excuses, Clayster. It's like, it's a valid excuse.
I mean, every team that fucking lost called it a scrim.
Yeah, they're all sore losers. Clayster just has the biggest following out of the sore losers. The next match we got right. We all predicted Paris over London. I don't have anything to say about that match. Paris won. Congrats. It's a fucking battle of the basement.
I mean, I didn't get to watch it. But
I didn't watch it. I didn't care.
I actually wanted to watch it because I'm curious of how Paris are, like how they play and whatnot. But I'm pretty sure Paris went in. Like I'm pretty sure he played.
I don't have what maps were won. I just have the map counts. So I think Paris won. Yeah, it was a map 5. I think Paris won the first hard point. They came out gunning too. I think. I just don't remember. Next match we.
Zero was on 150 ping or whatever because he's in the EU.
I mean, so I don't think that would have really mattered.
I mean, probably not. Just gotta.
Zero was playing fine. Zero on better connection might have had like a 0.02 higher KD. So the next match we got right, it was Minnesota over Toronto. That one was closer than I thought it would be. Minnesota took that 3-2. Like I said, I don't think Toronto's bad. They're just a very temperamental team. They're very streaky. Because Kleenex is a player that just... He either pops the fuck off, or he's like a 0.9 to a 1.0 player.
What surprised me is that Bance popped off for him.
That's actually true. I didn't know Bance had an AR. I didn't know Bance was an AR player.
Me either, but he went off.
I mean, do we consider the M4 an AR?
I don't know. That's...
It falls into the same... Technically, it's an AR, but do we consider it an AR? Because I don't consider the Maddox an AR.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I would... It's a do-it-all weapon.
It's a utility gun, sure. I just don't know what to call it. The M4 is a good gun. And then finally, the unbiased pick of the day, excuse me, OGL... Jesus Christ, not OGLA. Those are the two different teams combined. Optic Chicago 3-0 over the LA Thieves in that budding rivalry between Hex and Nadeshot once again. I knew Optic was going to win, unbiased, of course, but I didn't think they would win 3-0 in the way they did.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd win in that fashion.
Envoy started off the map 3 12-0. Yeah, he was spawn trapping LA, and LA literally, instead of taking the gunfight with Envoy, just turned around and went the other direction. Literally, the LA Thieves at one point had a 4v1 in their spawn against Envoy, and they chose not to peek him.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, we'll dive more into some specifics in a second. Then we have to go back because Seattle and Atlanta, they just didn't feel like they had some money involved, obviously, because we placed bets, they placed bets, they walked out with the bigger check. LAG beat Seattle 3-2. Let's talk about the negatives from that match, because there are some really good things in this match and some really bad things in this match.
Pristini started off slow as shit.
Pristini started off map 1, 2, and 14. But here's the thing. Pristini started off map 1, 2, and 14. By the end of the game, he had the most damage by like 600 points. He outdamaged Octane and Gunless. Which just means he was getting people to 148 to 10 HP and then just getting fried.
Right.
And then what else happened in this match? Pristini popped off in map 4. Not to shit on Pristini. Apathy dropped.
Man.
Apathy, Champs Sunday Apathy walked into the building, but his dick got there 2 days earlier. Yeah. So Apathy unfortunately dropped 40 for the L in control. Apathy was fucking frying in the control. But like I was saying about Pristini, I'll give Pristini credit because in map 4 he did bounce back and he had a 1.5-ish KD in the map 4 hardpoint. Looney, however, Looney did Looney things. It fell into the thing where, like, I kind of said, Pristini and Looney both had terrible games map 1. And then Pristini had a good game map 4. I'm pretty sure they won map 4. So basically what I said would happen happened. One of them had to step up. Pristini ended up being the one to step up. Looney, nothing against him, just unless he is being impactful on the map, they're just not going to win. Gunless also popped off on one of the maps. I think it was the control, and then Octane. I mean, Octane didn't do anything bad, didn't do anything great. He had a solid performance overall from what I remember. And then Florida and Atlanta, I just... Halo kids are different, bro. I don't know what to say.
I mean, I had a feeling that it would be a good match. I just didn't think that Florida would actually take it.
I mean, it's the same thing I said about Seattle with Looney and Pristini. It's the same thing I said about Havoc and Slacked on Florida. That must have been the issue. And Neptune, apparently, Neptune was frying. Neptune had a 1 positive 1 KD. I don't know the exact number because there are no stats that were kept for this, but he had a good KD, and I don't think that Havoc would have had that same KD. Havoc's also an S&D star, and Neptune was floating in the S&D, so... Did you see that clip where he was on, like, literally standing on the outside of the plane?
No, I don't think I did.
Like, I don't remember what side it is. The side of Checkmate that has Tetris. He's on those back steps, but he's on the side of the plane standing on, like...
The fuck?
Yeah. It's like a pixel glitch in CSGO, where there's 1 pixel you can stand on. He fucking found it on the outside of Checkmate, like by the windows.
And he used it?
Yeah, he was standing out of the casters, like, what is he doing? Go back, let's watch Neptune. He died immediately, though. So, outside of that, I'm trying to think of standout performances. Scump played very well, Formal played very well, Dashy didn't play bad, Envoy fucking fried. Like I said, New York got 1v3 3 times in the S&D against Dallas. Champs Apathy showed up. Pristini.
Well.
Who did?
Illy.
I'm sure. I just can't remember KDs, bro.
Yeah, I don't know it off the top of my head, but I know that he's played pretty well.
And then I don't remember anything coming off of the Minnesota-Toronto performance other than I think Bance went on like a 10 streak at one point.
Yeah, Bance went off, but I'm pretty sure Toronto took both hard points.
I mean, they probably did. Like I said, if CleanX is playing well and they're really hard to beat in a hard point, Methods is always going to be like... Methods is the same as Octane. He's always going to play decent to well. Because it's really hard to play bad with an AR in this game. Like, really hard. So, I guess Bance popping off helped them win the respawns. I just can't remember anything else that happened. So, like, beyond the gameplay, let's talk about, like, the production side of everything from the CDL standpoint, because overall, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, it was...
The production team that was observing the match, like the people that were following the players while the game was happening, they reverted back to the stupid thing they did at the beginning of last year where they tried to show different POVs that weren't from the first person. where like they were doing flybys with the cameras. Not even third person. They were doing like flybys over general areas where fights were happening.
Oh god.
Yeah, like they did a lot of that, and I hope either someone told them not to do it, or they were just testing out their angles or stuff.
That's probably what they're probably just
I hope
testing.
so, because I really don't want that to be in the actual like big event productions, because that's not how you observe an FPS. This isn't fucking League of Legends. This isn't Dota. I want to see first person action in a first person shooter, especially during the action. Like if it's an S&D round where people are running to their setups, I don't care. If it's during a gunfight, that's when it starts to get fucking stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
And then on top of that, there were like what 3 or 4 interviews or like moments during the overall weekend production where the whatever software they were using to be in like the calls just stopped working. Because I know Chance and Miles were on different planets at like 3 different points during the casting.
Yeah, I watched one of them. One of them just cut out.
Randomly. Yeah, Chance got sent to the Shadow Realm a few times, and then Crim6 was like, I'm echoing. I'm leaving the call during an interview post game. Yeah, I don't know. I hope they were just testing things. I hope they figure out the audio issues. I also hope... Actually, no, that was one of the things that they did do. They did announce the full talent roster, which we'll talk about before we move on. Because this is important. Because the reason Maven and Merc weren't at the CDL opening weekend is because their contracts weren't finalized. Why in the fuck Merc and Maven aren't on long-term contracts, multi-year deals, is beyond me. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm sure it was probably on their part, because they don't want to be locked into something like that whenever every year their fucking value gets exponentially better because of their growing presence outside of the CDL.
I think, I'm just going out on a limb, that they probably did the 1-year thing and just didn't get it renewed in time for
That's what I'm saying. I think it's on Merc and Maven's behalf, or their talent agency, where like they're only agreeing to short-term deals because their value as a personality exponentially grows every year.
Wait a minute, I just seen something. They got Study listed as a caster.
It might be a typo. Actually, no. Caster duo, oh yeah, Study and Lando are a duo, I guess.
What? So who'd they get rid of then?
It's a great question. I do not remember.
I mean, obviously it wasn't.
Miles, Momo are gone. That's the same person, excuse me. Benson and Momo are gone.
They got rid of Benson.
They thank God never brought back fucking Alley Cat from BO4 champs. I know who they lost. I know the guy. I don't know his name. I know who they replaced. It was some other just low tier, like, I mean that respectfully, in terms of like the other people, and it's just low tier esports caster. He was like doing UMG events with Lando.
Uh-oh.
But I guess he has Study's a caster now.
Okay, then. I don't know how I feel about that one.
And then there's Jess. Major Insider, host contesting the point. What's contesting the point?
Where they take 2 casters and they basically argue about who's like right and wrong.
Oh, it's a fucking around the horn bullshit.
I think Maven used to host it.
No, he didn't. I know what they're replacing. They just changed everything. Glad to see Jess is back, though. She wasn't involved last year. I do... Jess is back. Jess... I told Jess... She posted a picture on Twitter of her at the gym. I don't follow Jess, but this made its way onto my timeline because I'm going to say this loudly into the microphone clearly. The Call of Duty community are a bunch of simps. Jess posted a picture of her at the gym. And of course, she's a female. She has long hair. But, like, I don't know if you know who Tim Lincecum is, a baseball player.
Nope.
He also has very long hair. And I tweeted a picture of Tim Lincecum's hair blowing in the wind at her and said, you guys might be related. And I think she liked the tweet, but I don't think she appreciated the comment.
That's fucking great.
But anyway, glad to see Jess is back in some way. She's very good as a host. And then there's also Lottie. I don't dislike Lottie. I think I liked Katie Bedford better.
Yep, 100%. I mean, Lottie's good. Don't get me wrong, but Katie's just top tier.
Especially considering she was having fun on the job learning, because fucking
Exactly.
Nameless would just make fun of her for not knowing things.
Right.
Like during the broadcast. Like she took it like a champ, and now she and fucking Tupac are like best friends.
Yeah.
Which also shout out Tupac. Tupac is I actually figured out why they didn't bring him back to the Huntsman. Because budget cuts, they couldn't afford to keep him on as a coach.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. Tupac is killing it as a content creator. His thumbnails are trash. I'll call him out on that. His thumbnails are literally just concept art.
Oof.
But he's killing it as a streamer. He's still technically part of NRG. He's just not, a Huntsman coach anymore because they couldn't afford to keep him. From what I was told, at least. But so one last thing on the casters. Teep. We need Teep. Teep is a good personality. He also hosts The Barracks.
Yep.
What is that? Is that a podcast?
Couldn't tell you. I think it's something similar to Contesting the Point, but couldn't tell you.
Dude, I have no idea. That's like what I mean. This is what I mean whenever I say the CDL marketing team is absolute trash. I don't know what these are. Call of Duty
might be like talking through a game.
It might be, but like Call of Duty esports is literally my job at the moment, and I don't know either of these programs.
Yeah, don't have a clue.
But whatever. The duos, it looks like Merc Maven obviously are a duo for casting. Miles, Chance, and then Lando and Studdy. I'm not sure how Lando and Studdy are going to work out because those are two very conflicting personalities.
Yeah, like I watch Studdy's stream every once in a while, like whenever he's watching people.
I mean, Studdy the streamer and Studdy the caster are going to be different people, but Studdy's personality is still very, very
out there and excited.
I'm trying to think of a
technical term.
He's very vibrant, I guess is the nice way to put it. And then I'm sure Studdy and TP are also going to be interchanging on like the desk. And then I just don't know what Jess does. Like major insiders and hosts Contesting the Point. So does that mean like Jess is going to be doing interviews instead of Lottie? Because that would be the only thing I could think of. Because it's not like she's going to be doing sideline reporting because there's no lands.
Right. I bet it's her doing the interview.
I mean, whatever. Like I said, glad to have her back. Glad she is back. Glad they made some better decisions for the talent. All right, so enough of that. Let's move on to the Atlanta home series, or do we want to start off with stage one?
Let's talk about the groups first.
Stage one groups?
Yeah.
All right, so the way I understand how these groups work is that there are 5 major events, and then between those events there are 5 home series. These are the groups for each home series. So the stage 1 is the weeks between 0 and the first major and the second major is stage 2, and then so on and so forth. They're going to change groups every 5 weeks, basically.
Yeah, it's going to go, if I remember correctly, there's 3 weeks of home series, then the major.
Okay, 3 weeks.
If I remember, I could be butchering that, but I think it's
I would be better at my job if I knew that, and I'm not good, so... Anyway, Group Alpha is Dallas, LA Thieves, Minnesota, London, New York, Seattle. That is an easy.
Yeah. Dallas are going to win. It's going to be out of Empire, Thieves, and Rocker. Who's on top of that? I mean, Dallas is going to be on top, but like the other two is going to be Thieves and Rocker.
I don't know, bro. Like right now, the Thieves are really bad. I think Minnesota's the 2 seed right now. If I had to make a pick right now, Dallas 1, Minnesota 2.
Yeah, but then who are you going to put 3?
I mean, the Thieves are 3.
Okay.
I don't think, like, even the Thieves being this bad are better than the other 3 teams.
Well, the only reason I'm saying that is because the top 3 from each group go to the winners bracket in the major.
I mean, yeah, Dallas, Minnesota, LA Thieves in that order, as of right now. Because, like I said, the Thieves are terrible right now.
But with London Ravens' new pickup, they might do something.
I got it, dude. And then moving into Group Bravo, Atlanta, Chicago, Florida, Toronto, LA Gorillas, and Paris Legion. Now, Chicago won phase 2, and then it's honestly a toss-up depending on who plays who better for Florida, Toronto, or LA.
I'm going with Florida 3.
I don't have that much confidence in Toronto, but I feel like if they get their shit together and go on a hot streak, they could be the 3 seed. LA, like I said, it depends. Are we going to get Champs Apathy? Apathy is the wild card for that team. If we get Champs Apathy, LAG is the 3 seed, but just sitting as the teams are right now, assuming everybody plays it to their baseline average, Florida is the 3 seed for me too. And then Paris
might be able to make some noise.
I don't. I really do not. Unless Scraps drops a 1.7 KD every time they play. No.
The bad part is Scraps played like in the kickoff. He was the worst player on the team.
Oh, that's tragic. But so those are the groups. Those are my predictions. Group Alpha, Dallas, LA, Minnesota, and then LA. And then for Group B, as of right now, unless Apathy is the wild card, Optic, Atlanta, and Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And then we move on to the home series, which this is just a schedule.
Yep.
Okay.
This is the first weekend schedule.
I posted 2 pictures, and I think I just screenshot a lot of stuff on the screen. One is just one day, and one is both days.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, so, yeah.
So you click on the first one first, so it has all of it, I guess.
The first picture just has all the matches. The second picture is just day 2, I think.
Well, no, because if you look at the first one, it has Saturday and Sunday on there.
That's what I'm.
Saturday and Sunday also.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The first picture is every match. The second picture is just half the matches.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna make predictions. Well, we're gonna make predictions, but I'm gonna hold these predictions with a grain of salt because there's so many matches, and they honestly don't really matter. So the matches for the Thursday. Okay, first of all, February 14th through February 11th through February 14th are when the Atlanta home series are. The day of recording this podcast is the February 3rd. So LA Thieves versus Rocker. I'm taking Rocker too, based on what I saw from the Thieves. Empire Surge, Empire. Optic Paris, Optic.
No bias.
Unbiased trademark. FaZe versus LAG. I'll throw a wild card pick into that.
No fucking chance. No FaZe.
You're going with FaZe?
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna go with LAG. No.
Dude, I used code Silly to buy my Battle Beaver. I'm going with LAG.
Okay, you can go with LAG. I'm going with FaZe.
Oh yeah, watch this. Gorillas and Legion. Paris. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Gorillas are taking the Paris match.
I disagree.
Alright, you can be wrong. That's fine.
I mean, you're the one that just said Gorillas were gonna beat FaZe.
Yeah, we also, all 3 of us said FaZe were gonna beat Florida, and then they lost to a Halo player.
Fair. But yeah, I'm taking Paris on that one.
For the LAG match?
Yeah.
I'm taking LAG. Florida, Toronto. Dude, Florida. This is just... Toronto and Florida are those teams that just have wild cards, man.
Yeah, I
mean, I can't give you a definite answer because I don't know what the fuck to expect.
It could go either way, but I feel like Florida is going to be more consistent.
Who is... having a brain fart. Who's Florida's AR? It's Skies, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Skies is better than Methods. Sorry, Zinni. I'll take Florida in that. Thieves versus Subliners. I gotta take Los Angeles and New York. Is just a shell of what they used to be right now.
Yeah, until they fucking get more practice.
Wait, have the Ravens played yet? This is the Ravens. Did they only play 1 match?
Yep.
How the hell?
They'll play 2 for the next 2 weeks.
That's weird. Ravens and Surge? Ooh. I want to take Seattle, but just...
So do I.
Scump is washed and Haggy's in his prime, bro. I don't know.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah, I'm going to take Seattle.
I kind of want the other wild card and take Ravens. That's going to be my
wild card. I would love to, except Parasite runs an SMG.
I thought he was flexing. I'm pretty sure he's running a flex.
It's either him or Alex.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Parasite's running the flex.
All I know is that whenever he was teaming with Aches for like that 3-day span, they were arguing during scrims, and Aches was yelling at Parasite to use an AK-74 or get off. Either use an SMG or get off. Those are your options. And then Parasite was like, I'm using an M4.
Fair.
I don't know. I don't know what Parasite's running. I don't know what. I haven't seen him scrim yet.
I'm gonna go with my wild card being the Ravens on that one. Even though I mean, I feel like it could go either way.
I want to take Seattle. I'm gonna take Seattle, but am I confident in that pick? No.
Fair.
Empire and Rocker. Empire.
I feel like it could be a good match, but yeah,
it'll be a good match. But I don't like. I feel like Dallas is too good. I feel like Shotzi is too good. Rather, let me change. Let me rewind that. I feel like Shotzi is too good.
But I feel like the teamwork. Well, I guess they both have really good teamwork.
Yeah, Rocker.
It'll be a good match, but I agree with Empire taking it.
And then FaZe Optic, unbiased, of course. Optic is beating FaZe.
Yep, completely unbiased.
Speaking of FaZe, I don't think you saw it because I didn't know about it until I watched it literally before we were recording the podcast. The best, I'm not sure if this is the exact title, but I'm just going to go out there and say it for the title. The best Call of Duty player in Saudi Arabia donated for $500 to Simp on stream and asked him for a 1v1. And he said if Simp beat him, he would PayPal him another $4,000.
The fuck?
Mind you, the guy lives in Saudi Arabia. Simp accepted the 1v1. On Simp's host, Simp won 30-20. On the dude's host from Saudi Arabia, the dude from Saudi Arabia won 30-18? Mind you, both players, when they were off host, were on 210 ping.
Right.
So, I don't know. There might be some competition coming out of Saudi Arabia at some point. Or at least, like, one player coming from Saudi Arabia.
That's super interesting.
I mean, he got 20 kills on Simp on 190 ping, so...
Right.
That's not nothing. But dude, he was playing like such like I don't mean this disrespectfully. He was playing like such a weenie because they were 1v1ing on Free For All Nuketown. Radar was on, and then I guess he either doesn't know the 74U is the best gun in the game, or he doesn't care because the dude was just straight vibing with an MP5, and his bullets were coming out of his gun so quickly it was like the connection wasn't that bad.
Huh.
So I guess if you're ever on bad ping, the solution to bad ping is the MP5.
Fair.
But Simp was cool about it. He lost. He asked if the guy wanted a refund for the 500 because he doesn't like, you know, Simp is probably getting paid 200,000 a year minimum.
Right.
The guy was like, "Nah, dude, keep." That's just so crazy. So if you guys ever want to like challenge a pro to a 1v1, put $4,000 on the line.
Holy.
But that's enough of that, Sock.
Starting off with challengers, the Cup 5 Subliners Academy took that. Right? Yeah. Subliners Academy.
Yeah, the New York Subliners Academy team, which is Prolute, Spart, Frosty, Glow Frosty, rather. Not the Halo player Frosty, and then Saints. Did you see any of the clips of fucking Zuma watching the Academy team and, like, you know, being legitimately excited his friends were succeeding?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
He's like, "Go on, Nato! Go on, Nato!"
Right.
But, yeah. The Subliners Academy team, the guy that replied to this says he beat him in a pro point one time, so that's good for him, bro. I think the grand finals of the Challengers Cup was a 3-0. I think. They played Phantoms, Jintroid, Rex, and Yeez. I don't know if that's a team, like what team they're contracted under, if they are, but that is the team they beat in grand finals. I think it was a 3-0. People in the comments, if you care enough, feel free to correct me. Wester, the best team ever. Ironically, the day I posted the podcast highlight saying they were the best team ever, they lost. So fuck me, I guess. They've been knocked out. They finished top 16. They lost to the Toronto Ultra Academy team, Insight, Teskey, Onyx, and Scrappy. So, I mean, everyone has an off day. They still finished top 16. I don't think it's anything to worry about.
I wouldn't trip on it too much. I mean, plus they got the Elite Series coming up. I'd be more focused on that.
Yeah, probably. It's also not like they lost to a hacker.
Right.
And then I don't have any other source material because I honestly couldn't find anything. I just gave like the top 8 roundup. I couldn't find anything. So outside of that, let's talk about like the big name personality teams. My boy Censor. That saga of what happened to him and his team, top 64, playing someone that was accused of cheating. He didn't submit proof in the time window the referee gave him, so his match was reverted and then unreverted because even though other people had proof, Censor didn't have direct proof in time. But I'm not going to say the dude's name because I'm not trying to like ruin the kid's career. I'm not the one that's trying to spread hate. But if you know, you know.
Yeah, fuck him. What the fuck was that?
Your bathroom sink fell?
I don't have a bathroom sink currently, so.
Tough. Trying to think of other big name like teams. Like I know Doug, Brack, Emeruiz, and Spoof plays top 64, but like I said, they played somebody that was 99% probably hacking ? Haha. Parasite
did not play.
Yeah, because he was, playing with a pro team.
Yeah.
I don't know where his team that he would have left placed though. Probably not well.
Yeah, probably not.
Dude,
John played with a couple known people. I think he took top 16.
I don't know. I didn't see that. I should have seen that, but I wasn't paying attention that closely. It's so hard to follow Challenger stuff, bro.
It really is.
There's like one caster POV, then the CDL Intel page.
It's not even like CDL doesn't pay him for doing it either. That's what blows my mind.
No, I know. Like that's why I said the CDL Intel page, like the good one, not the actual Call of Duty League page. But I know that the Mox and Aches team is not going to last very long because they were also fighting yesterday during scrims against Doug's team.
Love that.
Aches. Love Patrick Price. I hate Aches. Aches needs to retire. Patrick Price needs to be a player union rep or something.
Yeah.
Or like work with the developer or just something. He shouldn't be playing. He's done.
So we're gonna talk about the big news. Well, hopefully big news.
It depends
League
what
play.
that is. Oh, league play. That's after. That's later.
No, okay. I don't get a list for these kind of things because it's very week by week if I get to join. So
it's also I literally write the topic list as I'm finding the research. The next thing I have is CDO jerseys and merchandise, which we can just run through real quick. They're super basic and templated styles. There's some that use the templates better than others. Minnesota, Florida, those are good. Unfortunately, the people on the podcast, you're just gonna have to take my word. People on YouTube, I might throw pictures up if I feel like it. Probably not. Just look on Twitter, you'll find them somewhere. If you haven't already seen them. Dude, just like the CDL is boring. They're very constrictive because it's a franchise league. They're very constrictive of what teams are allowed to put on their jerseys.
They literally, in general. I believe this is how that fucking meeting went. Let me just throw this out there. They handed people the template of the jersey, like, you get 10% of this jersey to customize, and that's all you can fucking do. The rest has to be a plain fucking color. Like, you can add in this little fucking line is what you can customize. The rest has to be your logo or your name somewhere on it. That's my welcome to my TED talk. I'm pissed. I don't like it. You should have been better. But
it's definitely a money thing. And I don't know why it's a money thing, because you'd think investing $25 million for a league spot, you guys would get better merchandising deals, but no, that's not the case. Like, I understand the point of, like, a league having restrictions on what you can and can't do with designs, but if it's that big of an issue, just let the fucking teams have their own designers.
Right, like, okay.
Like, it's borderline fucking criminal. I haven't seen them yet because it hasn't been... Actually, that's not true. We do know what the FaZe one looks like, but between FaZe, Optic, and LA Thieves, And we'll toss the gorillas in there too because Los Angeles street culture would be a big influence in their designs based on their mascot.
Yeah.
There is no reason those four teams that have top tier world class designers that have made like high end other things should have uniforms that are this fucking boring.
Yeah, LA Gorillas could have made a badass jersey, but I
They could
guarantee
have.
they have the creative freedom to do it, and
They.
that pissed me off.
It doesn't. It just bums me out. Like everything. Like I can't be mad about anything that happens. I'm just constantly fucking let down and bummed out about the decisions that are being made behind the scenes.
Like as of right now, the best jersey, in my opinion, like home and away, is New York's, just because they're both different. They're not the same exact, just with a color change.
The New York jerseys, for those of you that don't know what they look like, they basically just say New York in one and subliners on the other. They actually have legitimate home and away jerseys, as
Yeah,
opposed to just jerseys that are the exact same that are different colors.
yeah, that pisses me off.
It's weird. I'll throw this out there as a solution. Let this just be a regular season thing. Like if there's an all-star break, if there's a playoff time, there is a playoff time. But like let the teams make their own stuff because I know the LA Thieves have announced they're doing a side project for merchandise for fan exclusive stuff.
London had some different like inexclusive stuff too.
Maybe. Well, actually they did. I saw, but like I don't care about what London has.
I'm just saying they actually went outside of like the basic
But
merch.
as I said like 5 minutes ago, like I'm not upset. I'm just very disappointed about how boring everything is and how underwhelming a $300 million pro league is.
Oh, I'm pissed. I
I
am
mean,
very.
if like the only way I could be mad about this is if it was a pre-order thing or like here, give me $80. Actually, no, I'm pissed off now. The prices are ridiculous.
Yeah, the prices
This
is what pisses me off the most.
they want
They all
$80 for a jersey, and then they want $105 for a hoodie.
hold on. I'm about. Let me open up all these real quick. I'm gonna fucking tell you the prices of every
You
fucking.
do that real quick. I'll let you run through those prices. I have to go see why my dog is freaking out.
Okay, I got New York, London. I need LAG, Minnesota. Okay, so Atlanta, we don't know. We've seen the jersey, but we don't know how much they are yet. Rockers. Okay, they actually added. Oh, okay. So to get a jersey with a name on it, so like Accuracy, Major Maniac, Priesta, is $94. Or you can even customize it and have your own name. But then just a plain jersey is $69. Okay, that's not cool, but it is what it is. How much are their hoodies? Their pro hoodies are $95 fucking dollars. Like what? I mean, I don't get it. Okay, so that's Rocker. Rocker's base jersey, $69. Hoodie is $95. Gorillas, you can't even see. You got to sign up, and they're going to email you whenever it goes on sale. So that's cool, I guess. I'd assume it's probably going to be around the same price range. New York, yeah, okay. All they have is just their jerseys, and they are $80 for home and away. $80. Like, why the fuck are they $80? Don't know. Blows my mind. Mutineers, their jerseys are $79.99. Fucking ridiculous. Don't understand it. Whatever. Their hoodies are $104.99. Why? No hoodie is worth of. I mean, maybe I'm just basic and I don't like spending money, but no hoodie is worth $105 freaking dollars. Holy shit! And it looks like the same hoodie that they had last year. Like it looks like they didn't do anything to it. They might have. It has the mutineers down the side, Florida Mutineers down the arm, Florida Mutineers logo in the middle, and then the hood says something. What's the hood have? Oh, the hood has a fucking octopus fucking thing, tentacle. Kraken tentacle. Yeah, okay. That's worth $105. Okay, sweet. London's jerseys are $69.99, which is that the cheapest? Oh, they're the same price as the Rocker. Okay, so that's okay. The hoodies are $84.99, which that's a lot cheaper than all the other fucking ones for whatever reason. Okay, those are the only ones I have, but so London somehow managed to keep all their prices low while everybody else is skyrocketed. It blows my fucking mind. Hi, Doug.
All right, is that it? Did you
Yeah,
entertain the people while I was gone?
I went on my rant.
All right, I'll leave that in probably. My dog was freaking out because my mom is here and she brought her dog, and one of them wanted to play and the other one did not.
Ooh, don't you hate whenever that happens?
I hate when my dog doesn't want to play with me because like I barely get to see him because like I'm working a lot. And then whenever I actually try to give him attention, he's like, nah.
Okay, so fun fact, LAG doesn't have their prices. You got to sign up for an email for whenever they go live.
I mean, I don't need to have an email to know the jerseys are going to be 80.
Okay, but what I'm saying is some of them were 79, 69, and 80. So you
I
can
mean,
literally tell what team.
London's prices are probably slightly cheaper because they can take a hit on the jerseys because everything else, they have so much other stuff on their store compared to the other teams.
Listen, Linda. Their jerseys are the same as Minnesota's.
And Minnesota probably has like other stuff in the works.
I mean, they have hats, play as one shirt, and then they have additional jerseys that have player names on them, and they have one where you can custom your name on it.
Yeah, dude, because I really fucking want to spend that money to buy an attached jersey.
Yeah, those ones are $94, but like just the plain ones are $69.
I'm not spending an extra $30 to have Accuracy's name on my fucking jersey.
Neither am I, but you got some super fans. Mama Attachment.
Yeah, Mama Attach probably bought out the entire stock. Like, that might be good for, like, a giveaway, but I'm not personally going out of my, like, even if it was Optic, I'm not spending an extra $30 fucking dollars to get a Scump jersey.
Yeah, no chance.
Fuck that, but whatever. That's enough of the CDL merchandise stuff. The next topic is League play.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
I got leaked that there is in-game jersey type things that look identical to the CDL player, like that everybody bought whenever the game first came out.
I mean, yeah, if you bought the CDL like launch pack that had the white camo, the white guy camo, not the white person camo, the camo that was white and black, basically it's that camo, but each team is gonna have like
a different hoodie,
a home and away jersey on their character.
Yeah, it's just a different colored hoodie with their team colors and their logo.
Which again, it's cool. It's underwhelming. It's better than Modern Warfare, but Modern Warfare set the bar pretty low. The thing, like, I'm not necessarily worried about, like, the character skin, because I'm never going to see that. I want the gun skins to be nice. I'll be excited when they announce the gun skins.
See, one thing I did like about Modern Warfare is that you could use any operator and put that jersey on them. I don't like how you have to have a base operator.
I also don't like that I'm an Optic fan and I'm going to be a bright green fucking monster walking around the map.
Yeah, it's lit.
Yeah, it literally is lit. We're gonna be fucking radioactive, bro.
We're gonna be bright as fuck. We're gonna shine bright like.
But league play. So it's borderline 99.9% confirmed the preset classes are gonna be a thing. So I have pictures of the preset classes and perks and stuff. So there are going to be the Krieg, the M4, and the AK-74U because all the classes have GAs applied. There's no AK-47s, there's no snipers, there's no MP5s. Not that the MP5 is GA'd, but it's not here because pros don't use it.
Yep.
So there's going to be multiple M4 and a Krieg and AK-74U classes that are going to have different attachments and stuff, which it kind of bugs me about, like, these classes by default are gonna have the 40 round magazines. I use jungle mags.
Yeah, same. Maybe we're missing out on something.
That's why we suck. Maybe that's why we can't be top 100 teams.
That makes sense.
But so The classes for the Krieg are the Krieg, obviously, Millstop / Microflex LED sights, muzzle compensator for the barrel attachment, the Ranger barrel, Field Agent grip, airborne elastic. No, excuse me. Field Agent foregrip, airborne elastic handle, 40-round magazine, and the Raider stock. That is basically the setup every pro player / top tier amateur player / mid tier amateur player uses, with the exception of I don't use 40-round magazines.
Yeah.
And then the XM4 is literally the exact same thing across the board, except extended barrel and only the Microflex sight, because if you use the mill stop on the M4, you're a psychopath. Then the 74U class has a muzzle compensator, extended barrel, speed grip, airborne elastic handle, and then skeletal stock. Like I said, that is basically the default setup, except for in-game battles I use Task Force because I'm a scumbag.
No bullshit. I don't think I use that stuff. I don't use Task Force, I know that, but...
I use Task Force because I'm a trash can. No, I don't. My GB class is Task Force. My other class that I had to use is...
I can't count our GB classes just because everybody breaks GAs, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'm not going to run
Whoa, I guess. I was going to say, I don't break GAs, but then I just admitted to using the Task Force. Even when we play people that break GAs, I just beat them not breaking GAs because I'm fucking better.
Like the video you posted today, where
I mean, yeah, you broke GAs. I was chilling.
Listen. They broke GAs first, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna outbreak GAs you.
All right, for context, this video is being recorded on the February 3rd, so on my YouTube channel, Why the Tuck on YouTube, on February 3rd, I uploaded a video titled TJ Shot Bodies and This Happened. The people we were playing were ranked 219 North America or some shit. We beat them map 1. Going into map 2, they got nervous. They started using thermal sight Kriegs to fucking try to beat us. It didn't work. But they tried to beat us using things that were GA'd. And if you don't remember what GAs are, it is a rule set that players have agreed on not to use because they are objectively too good to be in a competitive game playlist. Excuse me. So they were using the thermal sight. On their Krieg, the thermal sights are banned now. They're actually completely banned in the rule set. This was recorded before the ban, but by the time we played it, it was GA'd, so they used it. They're scumbags. They got punished.
Yeah, they got fucked up. Body shot and all. Round 11.
Rank 219 Team North America broke GAs and still lost to a bunch of people that have David Schwimmer as their team picture on GB. Congrats, boys.
I mean, we are kind of nasty, though.
Now that we figured stuff out, we are pretty good. Like, the only reason we lost to that rank 130 team the last time we played was partially mainly just because we lost absolute composure. I was getting shot in the back and I was just getting pissed. So whenever I get pissed, I just mute out.
Yeah.
However, let's finish up the preset classes. I don't really perks wildcards equipment, so I'm assuming for each class, if you have an M4 class, you're either going to have flak or tack. Those are going to be two separate classes. You can't have both. So flak or tack, scav, ninja, gunfighter, semtex, flash. The Krieg, apparently you're allowed to use engineer as a Krieg player. I don't know why.
Oh, that's just kind of weird.
So for the Krieg, you're allowed to use flak, tack, or engineer, scav, ninja, gunfighter, lawbreaker. Gunfighter or lawbreaker, excuse me. That's really weird the way they put that.
Yeah.
Gunfighter or lawbreaker, semtex, flash. All these classes have semtexes and flashes. They all have ninja, they all have scav. And then for the AK-74U, there's flak, tack, engineer, scav, ninja, lawbreaker, semtex, flash. You're not allowed to run gunfighter on the AK-74U. I don't know why, but I mean, I know why, but I don't know why at the same time. So for those of you not privy on what the perks do, flak jacket protects you from explosives, tack mask protects you from stuns, so you can't have protection from both nades and stuns on the same class. And then engineer lets you see enemy equipment, which is basically the person that is assigned to blowing up the enemy trophies. Scavenger, you get extra ammo when you kill people. Ninja makes your footsteps quieter. Gunfighter lets you have all 8 weapon attachment slots for your gun. Lawbreaker lets you... What does Lawbreaker do outside of the overkill, which is the banned part?
Not 2 attachments, but let you use 2 perks of like the same thing. So on the Krieg class or the AK-74 class, you could run TAC and Flak, or TAC and Engineer, or Flak and Engineer.
Alright, I understand. Damn, 4 players are getting kind of screwed here.
Yeah! It's kind of bullshit, not gonna lie.
And then Semtexes or grenades and flash grenades are basically just getting... The flash grenades in this game basically work like someone's taking your picture.
No, those things last fucking forever.
Not if you have tack on. If you have tack on, it's sort of like a camera flash.
You don't have to, it's horrible.
They also announced earlier today that they're using the same ranking system as Black Ops 4.
You don't sound too happy about that, Tuck.
I'm not. I really don't like being outplayed by people that just happen to grind whenever I go to sleep.
Yeah, it's great, right?
I go to sleep with a 1,300 point lead and I wake up in 15th place because...
Talk about this, how we played together every time and still ended up with different ranks.
Yeah, identical stats, with the exception of like TJ had a legitimate 1.5, I had a 1.49, and then I would get placed in a lower division because I was not good enough, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
So, also, we get Express tomorrow. I want to see if they make that into a competitive map for Search or like maybe Control.
I don't see it for Control.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know if I would like it.
Checkmate Control's kind of ass.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of like Checkmate Control.
I don't like Checkmate in general.
I know you don't, but I hope it takes S&D from Crossroads.
I mean, that would be my my best bet. But I would like to see a map I actually know how to play and control. Oh, other than Raid, but
I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do it with Control just because the train issue.
They can just turn that off.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair.
They did that for AW.
I didn't play it on AW.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Not Express.
Not Express, but the maps.
What maps did they do on AW? What ones moved?
The one map, a lot of them.
I know a lot of them moved, but I didn't know.
A lot of the maps in AW competitive were Levolution maps that just had the Levolution turned off.
Because I remember playing Biolab and shooting that fucking shit that moved to kill people.
No, that's not Levolution. That's just interactive maps. Like, I don't know the map. The one where fucking Sensor beat Nade shot in Grand Finals, that map.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
I don't remember the name of the map.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Yeah, we know the map. I don't know the name of it, but like, I don't really have a lot of other shit to say about League play. They have preset classes we just talked about. The rank system. Oh yeah, we're getting it on the 8th. So we're recording this podcast on the 3rd. We're getting League play on the 8th.
So by the next time we have another podcast, we will have played some and we will give feedback.
Or I will be complaining about how much I've been cheated and or hit offline. Alright, let's move on to the last thing, which is a Q&A real quick. So the questions today, a lot of these were actually like geared towards Zoe, because his friends sent some of these in, but Zoe's not here, so I'll try to answer these as best I can. The first question I got was just someone from my stream, Poofy from my stream, asked me just for my overall thoughts, on the CDL. Like, this entire podcast is basically about the CDL. I think it's very clear at this point that my overall thoughts on the Call of Duty League is just underwhelming. Like, they're doing a lot of stuff incorrectly. They're not capitalizing on a lot of things. There's 100%. a lot of restrictions on certain things that, if they weren't restricted, would make things a lot better, like jersey designs, for example. Having a standardized jersey design is boring.
Yeah.
Their marketing team is terrible. there's a lot of stuff that happens in the CDL that I'll just never know about, and this is like my job right now, which I have to go deep diving or just wait for CDL Intel to tell me if something's happening. Their observing team for the production side of things is bad because they just keep trying stuff that doesn't work for first-person shooters. What am I forgetting? They've made some good changes heading into year 2. I like that they're bringing back majors, but overall, it's like overall the CDL is like a 6.2 out of 10. They're barely below average, but they're below average right now, in my opinion.
Yep, there's a lot of things they could capitalize on, but they're just not.
They're also super restrictive on like letting players voice their opinion.
Yeah,
which is no bueno. Octane got fined like $1,500, $15,000 last year or some shit.
He won.
Just they're censoring people from like not being able to tell the truth. But
yeah,
as far as the CDL goes, below average. Potential to be average to above average, just not doing little things right.
I mean, I think it can potentially it has the potential to be fucking great. It's just they're not.
I mean, whenever you have like, as far as actual esports personalities that are currently competing, you have Scump, the biggest personality on the planet. Scump himself brings in 100,000 viewers to matches.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to do things badly in social media when you have the biggest social media esports presence on the planet. But they're going to find out very quickly whenever Scump retires that they were doing things wrong for this entire time. Because right now, that's the only reason they're kind of like just hovering around. Like, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Because like there are numbers. I don't want to say artificially, but their numbers are being propped up by Scump in like Optic.
Yeah.
But whatever, they'll figure it out soon. Or if they don't figure it out, they'll die. So the next one was it was a question asked on my stream as well about my thoughts on like TikTok. That I changed the question to basically just talk about all the social medias, and like I was gonna do a tier list, but I don't really want to do a tier list. I'm just gonna talk about like the social medias I use and their pros and cons. So like my favorite social media is Twitter, hands down. It's Twitter because Twitter is like the one platform other than like YouTube where I can get my opinion out in a moment's notice. Like if I'm feeling some type of way, I tweet it out. People interact with it. They ignore it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's how I promote everything. It's how I just get messages across. It's like a bulletin board for people that interact with me. Instagram is a picture book. It is my least favorite social media by far.
I don't get Instagram. I don't like taking pictures. I don't like posting to it.
I post to it strictly for business reasons. Other than that, I hate the platform.
Fair.
TikTok falls kind of into the same category as Instagram, except I like TikTok slightly more because the videos are actually entertaining for the most part.
Yeah.
So
I enjoy TikTok. I enjoy uploading to it. I enjoy the way that they have like how people find your shit. Like it's just like based, and the more people view it, the more people that will, or like the longer people view it and the more they interact to it, the more people are going to see it. I enjoy that aspect of it, but I'm just really bad at uploading.
That is how algorithms work for that and YouTube, but at the same time, TikTok's algorithm is so fucking messy. It doesn't know what to promote half the time. There's no rhyme or reason to why certain things go viral. It just happens.
Yeah, I kind of like that personally.
I do and I don't. Because there are things on TikTok that are like within the same realm as what I do, but like a biased opinion, I do it better, but it doesn't go viral because the TikTok algorithm just didn't feel like blessing me that day. So
yeah, I feel like times you have to upload.
I upload. Well, there are certain times I upload. There are also certain times where I don't upload for a few days because I just get shadow banned for no reason. I don't know why, but TikTok right now is sitting in second place out of the 3 social medias I've named. YouTube, probably my second favorite, just because I get a sense of accomplishment from YouTube. No real reason. Other than that, Twitch probably it'll bump TikTok down to fourth, and I'll move that into the third place. Twitch is fun, but at the same time, if I'm not having fun, I'm not streaming. I unless I'm getting like a fucking bag from like a million people watching me, or like monetary wise, I just can't justify sitting there and streaming to no one. It's boring. I don't have enough fun playing games right now to do that.
Yeah, I agree. Whenever, because like I have issues where like I won't have a single person in my chat. It sucks. But I mean, playing like GBs and shit, I don't really mind it. Because I mean, I don't stream for any like for money or anything. I do it solely because I enjoy doing it whenever people are watching.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't do it for money, but that's not the only reason I do it. Like I do it, but one because whenever whenever I'm actually in a good mood, I'm very entertaining. I'm gonna go out and say that whenever I'm in a good mood, it's a fun time in my chat. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, whether it be just because I had a bad day or like I have relatively serious medical conditions, and some days whenever I stream, I just feel like absolute trash, and I'm just there playing to play. Like I can muster up some energy, but like right now, I have way more energy than most days. Like if I feel like trash because my fucking body decided on whatever day that it didn't like that I ate too many saltine crackers or some shit.
Fair. Okay, so let me rephrase that. I mean, I do it because obviously I do get money from it, from subs and everything, but I don't need to do it, is my thing. Like, I mean, I have a full time job. I don't need to do it. I just do it out of pure enjoyment of doing it.
Thanks to unnamed virus, content creation and editing is my only source of income at the moment, so that is my justification for doing it. But like I said, I don't stream every day. I don't consider myself a full-time streamer because I'm not.
Right.
However, I am a full-time content creator. If you combine all the hours that I put into YouTube, other social medias, whatever, and Twitch, it's probably upwards of it's at least full-time work hours. Especially considering the shit I do for other people too. But Twitch will slot it into the third slot, even if there are the days where I want to delete the fucking platform. What other social medias do I use? I mean Facebook, but fuck that. Fuck that cesspool.
Sure. Come say hi to Tuck. Sure.
Hi, Tuck.
What's
Hi.
up? What's up, brother?
Give Dad a minute. I'll be in there a minute. I don't know what you did with it. But sorry, he came in here.
No, it's fine. We can have a guest star. What other social medias do we use? Like Discord? Like technically Discord? Discord is just where I shitpost links and sit in calls.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, Facebook half-ass.
Like I said, I think that's when you took your headset off. I was like, Facebook, I use Facebook, but that's a cesspool.
Oh, yeah.
There's probably something I'm forgetting. I mean, I use Reddit, but mainly people on Reddit just bully me.
I don't use Reddit at all.
I tried to get into Reddit. I posted to it consistently for a little bit, but like I just get timed out by moderators because I try to promote my content on certain subreddits, and they're like, no, because people on the internet hate helping other people succeed. Which, like, I get it. It's probably super spammy, but at the same time, bro, like, I'm following the guidelines.
Right.
No, whatever. Social media tier list: Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And then if you want me to throw Discord in there, I'll throw Discord above TikTok.
Fair.
Then the last question is, well, this is more of a discussion, but we can make it into a question. The person wanted to know my thoughts on team or content houses. Why do they work? Why do they fail? The content side, it works because you're actually kind of forced to make content if you're living in the same house as somebody. It's not like somebody can just say, nah, I don't feel like it. Like, if someone tells you no and you live in a content house, you just go to their room and get them to come do it. They don't really have the luxury of saying no unless it's something serious. Team houses, as far as, like, competition goes, they work because it builds a sense of, like, actual camaraderie. like actual sports. Like if you go to practice at an actual like baseball field, for baseball, if you practice at an actual baseball field, you're gonna have to interact physically with your teammates. You're gonna have to banter with them in real life. Even after the practice is over, you guys might go get food together. You might, I don't know, go fucking study together and then banter there because no one actually studies when they say they're going to study after practice.
Yeah,
If you,
if I didn't have a family, I would attempt a team house type scenario.
The only reason I'm opposed to team houses is because you fuckers are dirty and I have an immune system disorder.
I mean, I'm not dirty, but okay.
I don't mean you, I mean like you. Just in general, people are fucking disgusting and they don't understand what's wrong with me.
Right. But I mean, I would like the idea of a team house, like living in one. But
I like the idea of owning. I like the idea of being in Hex's position, where I own the people that live in the team house and I direct them on what to do.
Right.
But the flip side of that, that's why they work, in my opinion. Why do they fail? Because if one person decides to be a cunt, the entire house is chalked.
Yeah. As soon as one bad fucking apple gets in there, it's just chalked.
Because it's like, you have to think of, like, let's compare it to, like, a car. If the tires aren't working, the car can't go anywhere. If the engine's busted, the car can't go anywhere. If the fucking steering wheel is locking up, the car can go somewhere, but it's not going to be able to go where it needs to be most effectively. If the spark plugs are bad, the car won't start. Like, it's just one bad thing that can fuck an entire situation. Like the FaZe, not content house, the FaZe competitive house. Whenever Clayster was on FaZe, whenever Clayster got dropped, that house just fell apart.
Yeah.
Whenever Shroud left Cloud9, that C9 house fell apart. Whenever Scump left Optic for Envy for a week, I mean, the house was in disarray, but ultimately they were fine. But for that 1 week, the house was kind of in disarray. And then also, like, especially if it's like a shared pay thing, if you guys are sharing the rent and one guy moves out, that means everyone's rent just got more expensive. So they probably are going to choose to live on their own at that point. So that is one thing that could bring it down. But unless you have anything else you want to say on either of those topics, that is all I have written down.
I think you pretty much covered that portion of it. I mean, I completely agree with everything you said. There wasn't much input I could have.
All right, then if TJ has nothing to add, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on if you hate listening to me talk, that is going to be the end of the podcast. This is episode 4. I have been Why the Tuck. TJ has been TJ's Rice. YouTube, we're going to be linked in the description down below, along with the audio. Link to the audios. All of my social medias are going to be down there, including my Discord server where we're recording this. Not to say that you can ever join the call when we're recording it, but if you ever want to know where the magic happens, here it is. Also, one last note before I completely sign off. I've been uploading every day for over 2 months at this point. If you guys care about helping me succeed, just watching my videos on a daily basis, helping me get to the YouTube partner goal, I would very much appreciate it. Thank you. People on the audio platforms, my YouTube is Why the Tuck. It'll probably be linked in the podcast description, but I don't think I can embed links there. So just try to find me at Why the Tuck on YouTube. And then unless TJ has anything he wants to add, we are going to go run some GBs and get fried by top 50 teams.
I'm ready to go get fried, brother man. I appreciate everybody for listening, watching, hanging out with us for this hour, 18 minutes, hour, 20 minutes. And have a great night.
All right. Peace, boys. Later.